Welcome to Frederick at its best. I'm Frederick County Executive Jan Gardner. This month, we join Americans across our great nation to celebrate Veterans Day, a day when we honor the men and women who've served our country and protected our freedoms. Veterans Day was first celebrated 98 years ago when President Woodrow Wilson proclaimed November 11th, 1919 as Armistice Day. In 1954, it was renamed to Veterans Day by President Dwight D. Eisenhower. Many Veterans Day events are scheduled in our community. The 90th annual Veterans Day Parade in Brunswick will take place on Sunday, November 6th at 1 p.m. This parade is one of the oldest, most such celebrations in the country and the largest Veterans Day parade in Maryland. This year, for the first time, Frederick County government will be lighting up Winchester Hall in green lights to raise awareness of veterans issues. It's part of a national effort called Operations Greenlight. There are approximately 18 million military veterans living today in the United States. Frederick County is home to approximately 17,000 veterans. Our veterans have served our country in times of war and in times of peace. We can never truly repay our veterans for all they have done for our country. My father served during the Korean War, and my father-in-law, who was a career military man, served in World War II. So I personally appreciate the immense commitment these men and women and their families have made for all of us. I firmly believe we need to do our utmost to ensure that our veterans are fully supported and are connected to the resources they need. We know that fewer of our young people are joining some of our traditional veteran organizations like the American Legion and VFW that welcome them and have provided support for generations of service members. That's why we originally proposed legislation to establish a Frederick County Commission on Veterans Affairs. And I want to thank the County Council for approving this legislation for the group now called the Veterans Advisory Council, with a special shout out to our former council president, Bud Otis. The Advisory Council provides a forum for those who served long ago and for those who served more recently, so they can share and voice their issues, concerns, and ideas. The Advisory Council also serves as a conduit to connect veterans to resources and information. Public meetings are held on the third Wednesday of each month at 6:30 p.m. in Winchester's Hall, third floor conference room. For more information, you can contact the Veterans Advisory Council Coordinator, Robert Duncan, in the Senior Services Division at 301-600-1414. There are many agencies and organizations in Frederick County government that assist our veterans, including Frederick County's Workforce Services, whose staff provides priority service to our veterans and offers training specifically designed for veterans preparing to enter civilian careers. And of course, the longtime institutions like the American Legion and the Veterans of Foreign Wars, which also actively support our veterans. Frederick Community College has a Veterans Services Office and offers academic and support service for veterans enrolling in classes at the community college. And there are certainly many more than I'm listing today. It's certainly our duty to ensure that veterans have access to education, employment, counseling, and support services. So I'd like to read the proclamation. Whereas on Veterans Day, we pay tribute to the service and sacrifice of the men and women who have bravely worn the uniform of the United States Armed Forces. And whereas for more than 200 years, brave service personnel have fought in armed conflict to protect our nation's ideals and to help spread freedom around the globe. And whereas our country is forever indebted to our veterans for their quiet courage and exemplary service. And therefore, each year we take time to remember these heroes whose selfless sacrifice continues to inspire us. So now, therefore, as the County Executive of Frederick County, Maryland, I hereby proclaim November 11th, 2022 as Veterans Day in Frederick County and commend this observance to all of our citizens. And I certainly encourage you to attend one of the many Veterans Day events that will be happening in Frederick County. And now I'm going to turn it over to the people who have joined us today. Why don't we start with you, Sharon?
Thank you, County Executive Jan Gardner. Thank you, County Executive Jan Gardner. I'm Sharon Jackal. I'm the chairman of the Veterans Advisory Council. I want to start with a story. When I came home from the Iraq War, there were lines of people in the airport clapping and cheering. And as I went down this hall with all these people, this Marine started tearing up. And it wasn't because of what was happening in front of me. It was because at that very moment, I felt sorry, not felt sorry, but I imagined what the Vietnam vet coming home must have felt. And so I'd like to mention one of our advisory council members, David Kay, who has served 3 combat tours in Vietnam. He was wounded twice. He lost over 20 friends and was with 3 of them when they lost their lives. In 1982, and that was 40 years ago, David led a platoon for the dedication of the Vietnam Wall while he was stationed at Fort Belvoir, Virginia. I have deep gratitude for this generation. And I know many of the others will mention other conflicts and wars, and I'd also like to thank the Persian Gulf veterans. One last thing is I'm very excited about is I think all of you are familiar with the ALICE report. ALICE is asset limited, income constrained, but employed individuals. On Veterans Day this year, ALICE will release a report that lists information on veterans for the first time, and so I'm very excited. So again, thank you.
Thank you. My name is Brad Peterson. I am here on behalf of Senior Services Division. Today I am honored to be here and serve. Thank you to the veterans, not only here, but across Frederick County and across the U.S. I am wearing today a tie that my grandfather had. Both my grandfathers actually were veterans. One served in World War II, the other served during the Korean War. And I'm wearing this in remembrance and respect for both of them. So on behalf of Senior Services Division, I'm thrilled that the Veterans Advisory Council is one that we are able to provide support to, and look forward to continue to work with everyone moving forward. So thank you very much.
Thank you. My name is Keith Midberry. I am former Navy and retired Coast Guard and formerly the veteran liaison for Frederick Health Hospice, which really exposed me to the community here and what a wonderful community it is. And there's so many organizations here that are helping veterans, and the Veteran Advisory Council is doing a superb job of connecting with many of the other organizations. My father served in World War II in the European theater. My son is an active duty Army infantry colonel who's served 2 tours in Iraq and 2 tours in Afghanistan. So I come from a military background, and I continue to try and serve. I just have to think for a second, about 4 years ago I was here, and we mentioned someone who's not here, who's still with us, David. But we were here with Guy Whitten. Guy recently passed at age 99. He truly was one of Frederick County's real heroes of World War II, and we all miss the fact that he's not with us today, but we know that he's at peace. So again, to all the veterans here, thank you for your service.
My name is Paul Hunter. I'm a member of the Veterans Advisory Council. I also work at Mount St. Mary's University and work with student veterans there. My uncle Arthur served in Vietnam, and just want to say thank you to all the veterans for their service, and it's an honor to be here and be a part of this group.
My name is Kathy Shea, and I'm the Senior Services Division Director for Frederick County. And as Brad mentioned, we are so delighted to have the Veterans Advisory Council under our umbrella and partnering with us, and we partnering with them. It has just been a great union of collaboration and match, and we're so delighted. We look forward to what the future holds for both of us. I'm also here because I came from a military family. My brother served in the Air Force, my father in the Army, and my cousin in the Navy.
Hello, my name is Robert Duncan. I'm currently the Veterans Advisory Council Coordinator. I'm a former Army veteran. You know, this is my favorite time of the year, but I came here to touch on a subject that's plaguing the veteran community. It's about veteran suicide. 22 veterans a year or a day commit suicide, and we partner together with Martinsburg Veterans Health and Jay Hessler from Frederick County to coordinate efforts to combat this problem in Frederick. We're looking for help amongst the public. Also, I'd like to mention our next Veterans Advisory Council meeting is November 16th at 6:30. It's open to the public, and we'd love to have people come out and view our speakers. They're very informative, and we look forward to seeing everybody. And a happy Veterans Day.
Bob, thank you. Commissioner, County Executive Gardner, thank you for the opportunity and also the proclamation. Fred Schumacher, I personally serve on the Veterans Advisory Council, completed 35 years of commissioned service in the Army. My father served in World War II in Korea, but each of our family members, my one brother and two sisters, have served in the United States Army. Yes, the 11th of November is the day we remember those who are serving and who have served our country. But for Frederick County, the 10th will be a great day because the Veterans Service Center will open officially on Monocacy Boulevard. This is something that we've been looking forward for the last couple of years. This will be like the one-stop shop for the Frederick County veteran to apprise them of all the services and resources that are available in the county. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, County Executive Gardner, for the invitation today. I'm Amy Lyons, Director of Mission Services for Goodwill Industries of Monocacy Valley, and we are also thrilled to be part of that Veteran Services Center opening there on Monocacy Boulevard. So in partnership with Platoon 22 as the main operator of the building, Platoon 22 as the main operator of the building, and us as a partner within the building, we are honored with over 4 years of planning for this center that we are finally able to grand open to the public on Thursday, November 10th. So we hope that you'll join us for that at 10 a.m. We'll have a grand opening and tour. As far as myself goes, I work with Goodwill, so we do career services. So that's resume, interview prep. We do have some no-cost classes that we'll also be offering to veterans, and we will be focusing on getting veterans career ready within their transition into civilian lives, no matter what stage of transition they are coming up here when we open up the center. Other than that, both of my grandfathers served in World War II in the Navy out in the Pacific Ocean, and I am thrilled to be able to honor them in this way by being part of this opening. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm Angela Strange. I am a 10-year Navy veteran and the Workforce Readiness Partner for Goodwill Monocacy Valley. I am the go-to for all things employment related at Goodwill for veterans. So you want to talk education? Come on down. You need a job? I got you. You want your resume taken care of? I can look at that. I hope to see you there.
Hi, my name is Ken Oldham. I'm the CEO of the United Way of Frederick County. Our mission is to mobilize the caring power of the whole community to improve lives. And some of those lives we would like to improve are those of our veterans and those with past military service. We know that a disproportionate number of veterans are unable to afford a basic cost of living in Frederick County and throughout the country. And we hope to change that. So Sharon mentioned the ALICE report that provides data and will provide data on the status of veterans in Frederick County, but that's just data. Now it's looking at the programs that are available. And I'm delighted with the county's support and support of so many other funders. We're able to provide free and reduced transportation through veterans through the Ride United program and the Ride United network. And that's just a start. We're always looking for ideas from the public and ways that we can support our veterans and other individuals who are unable to afford a basic cost of living in our community. Thank you.
Thank you. I do want to express my appreciation to each of you for your continued service. Clearly, you're passionate about it. You're willing to help veterans with whatever they need, whether it's education or employment, mental health assistance, whatever service they need. And that's really greatly appreciated. And to those of you who may be viewing this, if you know a veteran who needs help, it's here, and people are ready to provide that to you. And you can send us an email, and we will be sure to connect you with the right resources. Veterans Day is an important day for all of our Frederick County residents to show our thanks to the members of our military. You have kept us safe and protected. You've preserved our nation's ideals and our freedoms. We salute you. Thank you for joining us.